would you please explain why you chose to interpret those final lines the way you did, and your conception of the
Mhm.
poet's view of Beowulf here?
Well, you got to say it's a very strange ending. I mean,
Yeah,
Beowulf is the kindest of men and the gentlest. No, actually, he's not. He tears people's arms off and beats them to death with it. He's an extreme. Furthermore, even against human adversaries, he picks people up and squashes them,
yeah.
as he does to the warrior Day-Raven.
Hey, Raven.
So
Yeah.
if he's a kind and gentle, well, that's at least a rather surprising thing to say. But of course, it means he's good to his people,
Hmm.
not necessarily to others. Well, that's one thing. The other thing is that right at the start of the poem, it says something like "Lofgeornost shall in meithre yehuera mon theon." You get on in every people by deeds of lof.
Right.
Well, this is commonly translated, of course, that in every people, praiseworthy deeds are the road to success. And I think, what? Who are you, Pollyanna? Have you looked round? Do you look at our politicians, at our great men, at our celebrities, and say, oh, they all got where they were by praiseworthy deeds? Well, if so, I didn't notice any of them, did I? No, it doesn't mean that at all. The poet has just said very clearly that it is a good idea for a young man, especially a young prince, to buy loyalty
Hmm.
while his father's alive. And the point about that, I think it's a very good point, is the time to buy loyalty is before you need it.
Hmm.
Don't go looking for friends when it's obvious you need friends. You've got to have them already.
Hmm.
So lofderdom then very clearly in context does not mean praiseworthy deeds. It means deeds of generosity. And
Ah.
lof is in effect a reciprocal arrangement. What happens is, and you can take this either way, the retainers give the prince praise and he rewards them with generosity. Or you could say he is generous to them and they respond by praising his generosity. But it's a two-way process. So lofderdom does mean, in this case, I think, giving things away. And I think it's the same at the end of the poem. Beowulf is celebrated for his goodness to his people, which includes his readiness, his open handedness. Um, and
Hmm.
actually, that's a theme that runs through the poem, isn't it? That actually being stingy is not a good quality.
Like hair
Becoming a
mode.
miser is exactly, or
Yeah.
in well, indeed, in Hrothgar's long speech, he
Yeah.
says about how somebody turns into a miser, and a miser, well, that's not going to do you any good at all.
Yeah.
Miserliness is what dragons do, and it's not good for them either. If you enjoyed this video, could I suggest that you check out this book, Beowulf, a translation and commentary, available now from major book retailers.